In the next 10 minutes, you learn the fundamentals of pivot tables where you will summarize thousands of rows with just few clicks. You learn how to filter, sort, build reports without any formulas. By end of the video, you will learn how to build pivot tables from scratch using your own data. You can download this data from the description below. This is a very famous Superstore dataset from Tableau, which is a retail dataset of different orders, which has categories, subcategories, region, order date, sales. So we'll build a pivot table from this data. So I'll just select all the data. First, we'll learn how to build a pivot table and understand the mechanics of pivot table. So I'll click on insert, click on pivot table from table range. Now you have the option to build a pivot table into a new worksheet or existing worksheet. I'll select new worksheet and this is the range of that worksheet. So I'll click OK. And now over here, we have the option to drag and drop different fields and it will build a pivot table accordingly. So let's say if I want to create a pivot table by state and province, so I'll drag that into rows and I'll put the sales into values. Now this has created a nice pivot table or a report. Let's say if you want to compare this by different regions. So what we can do is we can drag different regions and I can put it by column. So I can see side by side what are the different sales by different regions. You also have the option to filter it by country. Let's say if you want to see only data for US. So I'll just select US and this will show me the data for US. If I select Canada, I'll only see the data for Canada. So now this is the high level overview of different features within the pivot table. Now we'll dive into how you can create different layout options. So let me remove country and region. I'll also remove region from here and we'll drag region inside rows. So region will be the first level of hierarchy. So now if I go under design, go under report layout. So this is a compact form layout. Now if I do outline, you will see these columns are into its own column. Previously, it was all under one column, the region and the state. When I do tabular, you won't see the grand total. So when I did outline, you saw the grand total. And when I do tabular, you will see all the data like a proper table. And over here, you will see these are blanks. So what you can do is you can click on repeat all item. Now this will show you the data as a report. You can also remove these totals. So you can do not show subtotals. Now you can just simply copy paste this data as a table. You can also remove grand totals. So you can turn off rows and columns. You can also turn on for rows as well as for columns. So these are the different layout options. You can also select do not repeat. Next, if you want to design your pivot table, add different colors, you can add from any of these design or you can keep it blank. Next, you can also change the headers. So let's say if I just want this as sales. And what you can do is you can also format these numbers because I don't like the formatting. So I can add a currency. We can also add different functions. Let's say if you want to get a count for each and every state, the number of orders along with the sales. So currently when I click on this drop down and click on value field section, it's automatically choosing the sum function. So what I can do is I can add sales again. Instead of sum, what I can do is I can change it to count. Now this gives me a count of each and every number of orders for each and every state. And I can change this to a whole number and remove the decimals. So instead of sales, you can also use order ID. But this was just to give you an example. So there are different functions that you can use. You can also get average, min, max, product. So let's say if you want to get the average of the revenue. So let me remove this and add sales again. And now we can do average. Yep, this is the average for each and every state. You can add as many functions as you want. Next, we want to look at conditional formatting. So you can do conditional formatting on your pivot table. Let's say if we want to add data bars on these sales, what I can do is I can just simply select all the rows, go to home. Are you tired of wasting hours fixing spreadsheet errors while your colleagues get promoted? Here's a 3-step journey where you can transform your Excel. In step 1, we'll start with report foundation. In step 2, you'll build CEO level dashboards. In step 3, you'll learn advanced techniques. I know what you're thinking. What if I'm a total beginner? Perfect. This course starts from zero and builds step by step so you never feel lost. You might be asking, what if I don't have time? Each lesson is bite-sized so you can learn at your own pace, even if it's 30 minutes a day. Go to conditional formatting. I can add data bars, and now this will fill the bar based on the min value and the max value. The max value will have the highest bar and the min value have the lowest bar. So you can add any colors. You can also add color scales. So depending if minimal is the value, the lighter the color is, or maximum is the value, the darker the color is. So you can choose from any one of these colors. You can also add your own condition. You can select your own color. Next, we can also group data and ungroup data. So as you see, currently the data is grouped by region and state and province. So if I remove the region, then the data is ungrouped, or I would say it has removed the first level of hierarchy. Now let's say if you want to group it by date, we can just simply drag the order date into rows. And now this automatically groups the data by years, quarters, month, and order date. What you can do is you can right mouse click and you can select ungroup, and now this will only show by order date. Or if you want to group, you can just unselect. Let's say if I just want to see month and years, I can click OK. And I'll just see month and year. Or if you just want to see year, I can drag this month from here and I'll see it by year, region, and state. So you can group and ungroup data. Next, you can also sort data by alphabetically or numerically. Let's say if we want to filter data by or sort data by sales by highest. So I can select sort from largest to smallest. Now this will select from highest to smallest by year, region, and state and province. As you see, for every state, it has selected the highest sales from the top and all the way going down to the bottom. So you can sort data this way. Next, you can also filter data. Let's say if you want to just see data for, let's say if I just want to see data for 2024, I can click OK. And now I'll just see data for 2024. Or let's say if I just want to see data for Central, I can click OK and I'll see data by Central. The other way I already showed you, let's say if you want to see data by country, you can drag the country into the top and then you can filter the data over here as well, or you can do it from here. Next, we can also collapse and expand these different hierarchies. Let's say if I want to collapse different regions, I can just click on this collapse button and this will give me the total by different regions. And let's say if I select all, and if I just want to see data by year, I can just simply click on this collapse button again. So you can collapse and expand data by different hierarchy. So this is level 1. Now if I want to do level 2, I'll see region. And if I want to do level 3, I'll see all the states. So you can easily collapse and expand by using these plus and minus icons. So yeah, this is an overview of all the different features. It's basically a master class on pivot tables. And if you want to learn Excel in detail, I have a comprehensive course which is 15 hours. It takes you from start to end with real world projects where pivot table is just one component. You can check out the link in the description below.